1 Timothy 1 verse 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity. As mentioned before, when the Zion Church first started, I considered myself just an ordinary believer, and I would spend 90% of my time each week striving to improve myself, 90%. As for administrative tasks and other aspects, I allocate very little time. I invested 90% of my time in studying God's Word, and gradually, I discovered that this produces immense power, authority, leadership, and unity. Even more so, each person takes on their own unique direction, truly remarkable. In my lifetime, what has left the most profound impression on me is the experience of unity. Perhaps you cannot imagine where I personally experienced this. Indeed, as the pastor of a church with 2,000 members, and considering the wide range of activities the church is involved in, I am not very familiar with everything you do. I am only familiar with my assigned tasks and responsibilities. As I mentioned before, it was only on the day of Aiden's wedding that I saw all the full-time workers in the church, indicating that I am not very familiar with all of you. However, precisely for this reason, I cannot fully appreciate my established advantages, because I cannot observe firsthand what each of you is doing from a third-party perspective. In the past, I could fulfill my role as an ordinary believer, but now, whenever I appear on certain occasions, even attending Aiden's wedding, suddenly I become the center of attention, which is something I do not desire because it is your wedding, and it seems like my presence hinders you. Whether it is Aiden's birthday party or various other situations, I become the focus of everyone's attention whenever I appear because you all show great respect towards me. Therefore, I need help to observe the level of success that Zion has achieved. I only know that Zion has many people, produces good works, and has helped many individuals, giving birth to numerous testimonies. In fact, the moment I truly experienced the unity and each person fulfilling their role within the Zion community was when I saw how you all cared for and helped Aiden grow. This is because children are the most easily influenced and confused. If every leader, brother, sister, uncle, and aunt had opinions and perspectives on underlying grievances, Aiden would be the one who reflects them the most. But I have witnessed that from a young age, Aiden has shown the same level of respect towards me as you all do. If he were to fear me, wouldn't I be just like Chan Kung-jin? Because I have witnessed how his son was terrified of his father. And Aiden did not hesitate to tell me, "Dad, you don't know, but many people in your church dislike you and curse you." But Aiden is not like that, yet I see this behavior in the Truth Church. This means Aiden, being in Zion, has yet to be influenced or confused. From a young age, he understood that his father was a leader deserving everyone's respect. He knows to rely on his father's words for guidance. If any opinion contradicts his father's, he believes in his father. Aiden has grown up in such an environment. I did not force the brothers and sisters to say this. Still, observing from the sidelines, I have witnessed that Aiden is the most honest reflector of reality. This is because he was young at the time, and throughout his growth, he maintained a pure and innocent heart. This has made me even more aware of the incredible power of God's words. A substantial standard of truth unites all of you and solves social issues among humanity. It is important to note that despite the advancement of technology in today's society and the abundance of social networking platforms, the issues within communities still need to be solved. Although humanity has made significant technological progress, our understanding of human nature still needs to be improved. We still need to fully grasp the concept of loyalty between individuals or know how to improve it. This leads to interpersonal problems, conflicts, and rivalries among people. Even Aiden encountered such issues with specific individuals during his school days. On the other hand, Aidan sees these kinds of problems outside of Zion. Instead, he witnesses countless acts of sacrifice and selflessness. For instance, during Aidan's years of schooling, he witnessed firsthand the attitude of mutual service among the community members. Some individuals were willing to sacrifice an entire day to serve as his driver and provide transportation for him. Even a few consecutive days of continuous service would be unbearable for individuals from other churches. They would complain as if they had deep-seated animosity, feeling mistreated and burdened by others, let alone continuing to serve for hours each year. Through Aidan's growth, we can see reflections of these situations. Of course, these observations come not directly from him but from his reactions and growth during our conversations and teachings. He has undoubtedly experienced things that I have never seen before. In the past, because he was still a young child, those around him did not need to deliberately hide things from him. This allowed him to become like the old me, able to observe many good and bad things, even some unsolvable problems. On the other hand, if Aidan had grown up in an external church, he would have undoubtedly been confused by many issues and would have asked me questions such as, "I see these problems in the church, how should we solve them? Why does that aunt say those things? What problems do those uncles and aunts have?" That is a common reaction from children who grow up in other churches. On the other hand, I have observed positive reflections from Aidan, who grew up in Zion Church. Indeed, even before Aidan was born, I had seen positive reflections in other children. However, I never had the opportunity to converse with them after becoming righteous, and they also knew that I was number one. Naturally, I could not become a pure mirror for them. However, my son Aidan, at different stages of his growth, provides feedback and shares his experiences with the brothers and sisters he interacts with. He also shares any issues he encounters with his classmates. By comparing Aidan's responses to these two groups of people, I can make a comparison. Of course, the brothers and sisters in the church have a closer relationship with Aidan as they spend more time together. At the same time, classmates go their separate ways after a few semesters. This has always been the method for me to truly understand my church. As I mentioned, you may accommodate me due to my status, and as a result, you may need help to fully reflect on who I am as a person. 1 Timothy 1 verse 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity.
United as one, we don't care what's in our way. We're marching on, come what may. We walk hand in hand, with God's living word here we stand. United in God, with our eyes still set on the prize, we'll gladly give our lives. Together my friends, together until the end. Until the end. Together until the end. Until the end.